Welcome to April's Garage, Grace Automotive Channel and all of YouTube land. We're at Barrett-Jackson. It's Sunday, so everything has sold, so you can see the prices right away. But this is one of my favorites. It's the prototype Ford GT.
Yeah, not just that, but a test mule Ford GT that was beaten into the ground. I mean, just absolutely trashed to try the drivetrain and test things out.
Well, that's the point of it. That's what you want to see. It's
right.
pretty
Never
wild.
before has Ford or really any manufacturer taken a car that was their beater test mule and then sold it to the public.
Because they normally crush it, right?
Yes.
Why do you think they do that?
Well, they want to raise money for their new Ford Heritage Museum, so it makes sense. Bill of sale on this one, track use, no street use ever.
Right.
It makes sense. If you're trying to raise money for the museum and not take it from, the Ford company, then sell the stuff that's worth money that people would love to have in their collection, including Barrett-Jackson. That's who bought this test mule.
Well, I mean, like, you could put it in a museum and people will come see it. It's really cool. It's
Right.
a dry carbon fiber exposed.
It is not painted. It's got holes in it. It's missing the Ford logo.
I heard you could get splinters, so be careful if you touch it.
I've been touching a lot.
There's
No headlights.
No headlights. We got duct tape. It's the duct tape special. No passenger seat. There's like no safety features in it either.
Right.
So, I hope no one got hurt driving
But
it.
it's functional. That's what's crazy about it. So yeah, all this carbon fiber is bare. The engine hatch, they were kind of hiding things, so they put duct tape over the glass.
It's trumpet style exhaust that pops out, but I guess you can like clip on instrumentation to that. And then you can also tow your boat while you're testing this test mule out.
Yeah. So today we're going to go through all these cars in the salon, show the sale prices of them, but we got kind of carried away right away with this one because it's just too ridiculous. Like, these are trailer lights. It's just so silly.
It's really cool. We're also very exhausted because we did how many hours live TV? Like 39, 38?
It was 20 in the last 35 hours.
Yes.
So 2 10-hour days, so pretty nuts.
So we're dead.
Yeah. Zip tie for the fuel door, more duct tape, the trim falling off. One nice seat in there. At least they were nice to put a seat in there. But yeah, everything's just barely hanging in there as far as like the instrument cluster, the steering wheel.
But so do you think the second generation wouldn't have happened unless this is like where it started from, right?
This is how they do it with every single car, and obviously they'll disguise them to not look like the real deal, to make it look like a Mustang or whatever, like craft a body on it. But they were testing, everything, the body, the aerodynamics, the engines, all that stuff. Even a shattered windshield on this one. And despite its very, very hoopty status, it sold for, April,
$425,000.
which is the cheapest probably Ford GT to sell.
Like, what did you think it was going to go for?
I went a little higher. I think I was like 470 or 480 is what I said.
Yeah.
But there's never been like a real deal production Ford GT that's sold for anywhere close to that. That's around what the MSRP was, but they've always been worth double or more. But yeah, moving on, the race car.
Ooh, yeah, this is absolutely crazy. There were, how many, like 15 Ford GTs here? Which is the most ever we've had at a Barrett-Jackson.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So it's 2017 Mark II. So this is like the real race car version. It's not street legal.
Right, another pre-production car, I believe.
Look at massive scoop, huge wing. The wing almost looks like it's wider than the body. No, not quite.
Yeah, so only for track use. This isn't one of the track versions, another pre-production they were using for promotions. So it wasn't tracked, it wasn't beat on. They were just taking it everywhere and showing off the new Ford GT, going back and racing that April saw Beck winning at Le Mans. And it sold for
$530,000.
So $100,000 more than the beater.
Right.
But the beater has an amazing story.
But this is where it came from. It was born from that. So it's really cool.
The show pony and the beater. What a dynamic here, right? I'm the beater and she's the show pony as well.
Stop it.
Yes.
Let's go see what else is there.
Okay, ducking through the ropes. Security was eyeballing us earlier.
Well, they did yell at you.
They did. I did get yelled at, yes, because I bought 3 cars. But anyway, Sunday and there's still a huge crowd. But this is probably the largest selection of Ford GTs we have ever sold, starting with the 05, 06s.
But before we get into that, as you know, Tyler's, he's got a lot of weird car fixations. And I feel like he'd like me better if I was a car. But his tastes can be like, I don't know, interesting. Like when he got crazy excited after getting this, 2001 BMW 740i last year, right, at auction. I didn't really get it. Like, he was so excited. And then we started driving around, and guys are just drooling over it. And we were actually with Adam Ferrara, and he's from America Top Gear, right? And Adam kept going on and on about how cool it is. So I guess it's It's kind of a dude magnet, and I grew to appreciate it, especially when you compare it to modern BMWs and how like buck-toothy they got. Is that an adjective? It is now. So now the time has come to let this car go, and we partnered with Fathom to give it away to one of you. 2001, last year of this generation of 7 Series. And this one's got the iconic sports package with the M parallel wheels, finished in a Mola red, only about 70,000 miles on it. So it's far from a hoopty, and you can enter to win this sweet 7 Series by purchasing one of my sweet, amazing, delicious April's Garage mugs or keychains on Fathom's website. Now, this is my only April's Garage merch, of course, with my Screaming Chicken logo, because if you don't know, everyone was making fun of me. Well, not everyone, a lot of people, for using the term screaming chicken, so I embraced it. And if you've been made fun of, you definitely need this merch. Now, the whole giveaway is handled expertly by Fathom. It's a veteran-owned and operated company. You can see the terms and restrictions on their website, but don't wait, because in just a few short weeks, this BMW is going to be in someone's driveway. It is ready to go, freshly serviced by the one and only Car Ninja, and I really hope it's one of you that wins. So good luck.
Less than 100 yellow ones built a year. So one of the rarer colors, $400,000 with 10,000 miles.
They're so low. I think these are actually a little higher than the GT40s that were 40 inches. These are like 44. But it's just gorgeous. Got a tiny little lip on the back end.
But supercharged V8 on these, analog, 6-speed manual. My favorite driving car of all time. So I was up on the block for all of Super Saturday, so I know what everything sold for. It's in my head. But curious, April, what do you think? That, you know, that little Porsche over there sold for?
Is it like, I'm nervous now, I'm on the spot. 375.
No.
More?
It's last year air-cooled Turbo S, very big deal. $600,000.
So double on what I predicted almost.
27,000 miles. This is the last of the air-cooled giants here. So
the whale tail.
Yep. So a big difference between the Turbo S's, the air-cooled, and just the turbos. $300,000 for this one, which I thought was a pretty decent deal. I don't think it was originally a U.S. car, so that's one thing that held it back. But man, that S makes a big difference, double for the same car basically. $400,000 for this one. What do you think of this big wing, April?
That looks amazing. But does it adjust like automatically?
Yes.
Okay, that's really cool.
That's what those little rams are. So this one's actually the cheaper of the two at $445,000 for the GT3 RS.
That's sweet.
That one has the Weissach package, so it's like the more hardcore racy version because that's their test track in Germany.
Yeah. So did you memorize? Wait, don't look. Did you memorize how much everything went for?
I mean,
like it automatically logs in your brain.
I knew it was about $100,000 more than the blue one. So
right.
yeah, $540,000 is what this one sold for. And it's really cool to be here afterwards actually and know what they sold. Usually we walk through before and then we don't know. But this one I also thought was probably a pretty good buy in this color, the Verde Hydra and the gated 6-speed manual Murcielago.
Yeah, one for $350,000. I mean, that's the thing about no reserve auctions. You never know what they're going to go for. Things could go crazy. I know that 599 GTO did, but GTO is very special letters in the Ferrari world.
Yeah, so yeah, sometimes there's a deal, like the Mercy, sometimes, $1.475 million. A great result for a 599 GTO.
It just takes two people.
Right.
To get those prices up.
And beautiful machine here,
The mini buttresses.
Yeah, very different from that purple 599 that I had the gated conversion on. Right. These are much more special and
SF90.
SF90, so the hybrids.
Do you remember what it went for?
No. I mean, I don't really pay attention to the hybrids quite as much, but what was it?
$485,000.
Okay.
Right here. This is gorgeous.
That is a great deal considering the MSRPs on these things can be like $600,000-$700,000, but we've been seeing depreciation on these hypercars. So, yep, two of them actually.
So what's the difference between this one and the one next to it?
Well, they're both Stradale, so they're kind of the fancier versions, the track versions. But this one, obviously, the color.
Yep, $550,000.
So pretty much the same money.
Right, exactly. This is cool. But like, if you're going to pick which one, where are you going with?
I like blue, but but really, there's not much difference to them at all. I'd have the 599, obviously, which that's $1 million more.
You have 599.
I know, but
not
a GTO.
Different.
Not a GTO.
Okay, you guys. This is insane. The Elva McLaren. I've never seen anything like it. I feel like this was like a trend not that long ago to do no windshield, no windows, no top, but it has this mechanical wind deflector that comes up so the wind supposedly goes over your head. I've never driven one, so I can't confirm that.
Yeah, 800 horsepower, twin turbo V8. So the same McLaren platform, but obviously wildly different with the windshieldless and the design and all that stuff, and a wildly different price than normal McLarens. Yeah, $1.37 million. They couldn't stick it on the windshield because it doesn't exist, right?
That's cool. Look at the paint. It's like this deep cherry red with metallic on top of metallic on the top of metallic flake.
Yep.
It's really. So, are you doing helmet? Are you doing no helmet? Like, well, how are you driving this?
No helmet.
You don't want to mess up your hair.
No, I just don't like.
You're not a helmet guy.
Anyway, I could go somewhere that I'm not going to go with that. But look at this.
Oh, there's a Gunwing. This did really well. And the doors look really nice. Like they're very perfect. The paint, is just very smooth, right? I'm just kidding. Pretend I didn't say that. But yeah, this is gorgeous. It's got the luggage in the back and the real knockoff wheels, which I think really helped the sale.
That's the big plus on this car, yeah, the knockoff wheels. And it is the paint job a little bit nicer than mine. I mean, mine could definitely get to this level with a paint job because the interior is just as nice, the interior is just as nice. But yeah, a little bit older restoration on this one, but still an incredible result.
Yeah, $2.3 million. How much do you think those wheels are, though?
The wheels?
Like, if you wanted to get them for yours.
It's a six-figure proposition for me to convert mine to.
Really?
Yeah.
So you have to do a lot more than just.
Yeah, it's different hubs and stuff, but it's mostly the parts and finding. Like, if it's original, if it's reproduction, that makes a difference. I'd want original ones, and yeah, that's a lot because everybody wants these wheels on their SL.
And now we have the Roadster, $1.7 million. Were you surprised with this?
No. It's really, really nice. A fresh restoration, sort of the end of the 300 SLs. They put them in 1963, so this is 61. And it's a disc brake car, which makes it a lot more practical. Comes with the hard top, so that was a good number, but not like a crazy number.
Gorgeous. That is so pretty.
So yeah, a high quality restoration. You couldn't touch it for less than $1.5 million. And this one went over that with fees. So yeah, good number.
GT row.
4 GTs.
Right,
I mean, it's hard. I mean, might as well just blast through them because there's just so many, right? So
Stripe delete right here.
Tim Allen's.
$800,000.
The Heritage.
Beautiful. This was my pick. $1.25 million.
Yeah, 1.125, which the Heritage is going to bring the most, and it's a beautiful color on this one. Normal, black, silver stripe.
Did you say normal?
Well, it's not a carbon,
Ford.
It's not a Heritage, it's not a celebrity owned. It's actually custom because they did custom wheels and exhaust, I think so.
So do you think that offset the value? Because this one went for $760,000.
I think it's about right. Yeah. Going down. Carbon series, so carbon wheels, the carbon exposed stripe.
Yeah, $925,000. I love that you can compare each one of them and just look at the variety going down.
And then another, I guess, normie, but it's sort of the last of them, is the last year and low mileage.
Why do you think this one went for $1 million? Like, because it's the low mileage?
I think there were some improvements in 2022. Also, this one only has 1,200 miles on it.
Right.
And it might have been the last one to go where they're like, uh-oh, last chance, so better get one. So, yeah.
Now, are those stock wheels on this?
No, this one, GTX1, they put T-tops on these things. So normally the door would open and this piece would come with it, but they made this a removable piece. They did custom wheels, sort of the black and gold Hertz style paint, polished supercharger. So a lot of differences on these.
Yeah, $490,000.
I think this one was kind of a deal considering how few of these exist, but I get it. You probably, if you're a collector, you wouldn't want a modified one. I love the modified ones personally.
Right.
So
you've got another normal. Well, the old school. This is the first kind of generation of them.
There's the Heritage editions on these 4 GTs, and that's the only big one. And then it's just colors and how rare. Stripe Elite, that's what makes a difference of values. The tungsten ones, I think it's a beautiful color. Yeah, $450,000. But that's the funny thing, 400, 450, both clean Carfaxes, both around 10,000 miles. So a little bit of variation.
And there is our pre-show desk, where we sat and opened each day. Well, it just opened Friday, Florid Friday, and Super Saturday. You guys call it like Fabulous Friday.
I suppose,
but I think it should be Florid Friday.
Someone sold the TV. Hey, what the heck?
Yeah.
They're already breaking down the set.
Yeah, so this is where we finish things up. It was a good week. I'm literally exhausted. Like I don't
Yeah.
know how I'm functioning right now. So I'm sorry if I'm a little off, but
You're not off.
it's been a long week.
I'm always on with April Rose. That's for sure.
Thanks
Yeah.
so much for watching.